All right, so it is the month of June. This is my first meditation for the month of June. Julia has brought forward the subject of love. How fun is that going to be? And how powerful and daunting, and at the same time so simple and so beautiful. So we'll play with that subject this evening as we get settled in. So go ahead and get yourself into whatever meditative position works best for you, whether you're sitting upright or lying down, whether you're doing dishes or walking out on the dock in San Francisco. Dean, welcome. Saw you just popped in, so make sure we got Dean. If you have a breathing exercise of your own, by all means, please get started. I'm going to take 3 very slow, deep inhalations. I'm going to fill my lungs and abdomen. I'm going to hold for a slow count of 8, and I'm going to exhale for a slow count of 8. I'm going to quietly do that for 3 times, and then we'll go ahead and get started. As you continue to breathe on the inhalation, let the oxygen fill the lungs, work its way into your body through the bloodstream. Feel the energy of life. And as you exhale, begin to let go of the day. And just breathe. Be mindful of any tension that might be between the ears, in your forehead, down through the cheeks. Relax the jaw, down through the neck, over the shoulders, down your arms, past the elbows. And just let that tension drain out of the palm of your hands, fall to the ground, and just breathe. Be mindful of any tension that might reside between the shoulder blades, the chest, the back, the abdomen, down through your hips, across your legs, past the knees, down past the calves, over the ankles, and just let the tension drain from the bottoms of your feet. Mother Earth is happy to take it. And just breathe. And just take a moment, imagine yourself in a warm grassy field, blue sky above, an occasional gentle white cloud. Feel the warmth of the sun on your face. Smell the sweet grass. Feel a gentle breeze as it brushes across your face. And just stand there and just breathe. Imagine a beautiful pond out in front of you, the water as still as can be. See the reflection of trees around it, maybe a mountain off in the distance. Maybe there's lily pads, cattails. Just take a moment and imagine yourself this beautiful still pond, clearest of water, and just breathe. Down by the edge of the pond, you see a basket. Nice light brown wicker basket with a big handle on it. And imagine yourself walking over to the basket and gently picking it up. And as you look inside the basket, you see it's full of nice smooth rocks, gentle river stones, flat surfaces, different colors. Just take a moment and feel the heaviness of the stones in the basket. Not too heavy. Stones not too big. And just breathe. And take a moment and put the basket in whichever hand that's opposite of your throwing hand. If you're right-handed, let it be in your left. If it's in your left, let the basket be in your right. Just breathe. As you look down into the basket, you reach for the first stone that's right on top. Take a moment and feel the smoothness of the stone in your hand. Feel the rock, and as you turn it over, see the word anxiety. For this is the rock of anxiety, nervousness, tension. But note that a rock is just a rock. It's not right or wrong. It's not good or bad when it's just a rock. Recognize the weight of the rock. Feel the texture of anxiety. Let it just be what it is, just a rock. And when it feels okay, whether you skip it across the pond or just give it a heave, let the rock go into the pond and just breathe. See how the rock has created the ripples, maybe one, many. And as the ripples move outwards, watch them as they gently fade and the ripples get a little lighter, a little bit less. And just breathe. Take a moment and look around, recognize the green grass, blue sky. Feel safe and warm and secure. And take a moment and reach down with your hand once again into the basket. Pick up a stone. Let it be whatever color you want it to be. Maybe it's gray or white. Maybe it's clear. And flip the stone over in your hand and see the word stress. Take a moment and imagine what stress means to you. Imagine it just being a stone, not right, not wrong. It's solid. It's hard. It has weight. And yet, at any time when you choose, you take the rock of stress and toss it into the pond and just breathe. Watch the ripples as they move gently outwards towards the shore. They slowly fade into these smaller and smaller ripples. Once again, the pond becomes still. And just breathe. Once again, take your hand down and reach into your basket. Pick up a third rock. Let it be whatever color or texture you want it to be. Flip it over in your palm and see the word depression. If there's something that you're depressed about, let it just be the rock. For a rock is not good or bad, it's not right or wrong. It's just a rock. Acknowledge the weight and the feel and the solidness of depression. And yet, whenever you're ready, toss it into the pond and just breathe. Again, watch the ripples as they gently fade away as they work their way towards the shore. Pond becomes still and at peace. And just breathe. As you reach for a fourth stone, imagine the basket getting a little bit lighter. Feel it in your left or right hand, whatever hand you're holding it in. Notice that it's a little bit lighter. Feel the rock for what it is. Pick a color, pick a texture. And imagine rolling the rock over and seeing the word anger. Anger can be heavy, it can be solid. It can be any texture. It can be jagged or rough. It can be smooth and sit in the belly of your middle of your body. But the rock itself is neither good nor bad. It's not right or left. It's just a rock. And if you throw this rock a little bit further, that's okay. But release the rock of anger into the pond. And just breathe. Take a moment and watch the ripples as they slowly dissipate. Watch the pond as it becomes still once again. And just breathe. And again, reach down into your basket and grab another stone. Pick a different color, a different texture. Doesn't matter. These are your stones. And when you're ready and you turn the stone over, you see the word guilt. Guilt can feel solid, can feel rough. Feel the weight of the rock in your hand. But recognize that guilt is just a rock, and a rock is not right or wrong. It's not good or bad, it's just a rock. And when you're ready, toss the rock of guilt into the pond. And just breathe. And as the pond grows still, once again reach into your basket and grab another stone. Hold it in your hand, feel the weight of it. Feel how solid the stone is. And when you turn this stone over, you'll see the word of shame. There's something that brings you shame, whether it be past or present. Recognize what it is, just a rock. And though it may hold weight or be solid, when you're ready, you're able to toss it into the pond. And toss the rock of shame. And just breathe. Now we've reached the bottom of our basket. The pond is once again grown still. There's one big heavy rock still at the bottom. So as you pull this last rock out, feel how light the basket is in your one hand, how heavy this rock is in the other. Note its color and its texture. And when you roll this rock over, see the word judgment. Whether it's someone that you've judged, a judgment of yourself, a judgment that you have accepted from someone else. This rock can be the heaviest of all. Recognize it for what it is. It's just a rock. It's not good nor bad, not right nor wrong. And this one last time, toss this big rock into the pond. And just breathe. Notice the bigger waves from the bigger rock. Notice no matter how big our rock is, the waves in time will dissipate. And the pond in time will grow still once more. And once again you breathe. As you stand at the edge of the still pond, released all of these rocks, watched all of that energy dissipate. Look down at the bottom of your basket and see the word love. For the basket of love has carried all of these rocks. And though all of these rocks, different as they may be, stacked upon one another, covered up the word love, the basket of love still held it. The basket of love carried the weight of all of those things until you were ready to let go. And just breathe. And now that you have an empty basket of love, note that you can give this away to anyone at any time, free of the solidness, free of the judgment, free of the weight. And just breathe. Now slowly and gently take a deep breath. Very gently bring yourself back to the room amongst all of us. Terrific. Thanks, Julia. So everybody just settle in. Gather yourself for just a moment. This evening we brought forward a basket of rocks, and as we recognize that they are just rocks, and sometimes they are just feelings and emotions, that we can, when we choose, toss them into the pond, and know that somewhere deep down they're all supported by love. As we go through our week and our days ahead, may we recognize that everyone, First Noble Truth suffers, everyone has a basket of rocks. May you have a wonderful evening, a great week. Namaste.